Well, hey friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome to Homemade Homestead, and my name is Rachel. If you're new around here, today we are back in the kitchen. I have been decluttering. I'm getting spring fever or something already. I just am ready to get rid of stuff that we're not using. If you're feeling the same way, let me know down in the comments below. I'm just ready to have less stuff. So we have started to go through my cabinets here in the kitchen in a few videos back, but today I want to go through the rest of them. Let's see what things we just don't need. Right here under our bar, I have my pots and pans. It's close enough to the stove, so I just keep all of my pots and pans in here. So over here I have my stock pot. I actually cracked the lid to this, so I found a different lid that works. I have a couple more stock pots for when I make homemade spaghetti sauce. I don't use them often, but I still use them enough. I am gonna hold on to those two. So this pot right here is just too small for our family's needs. My mom got us this pot when we were just like a family of 2 or 3, but now, I mean, you can see it's smaller than my head. It's really nice though. It's got like a little steamer basket in here, and it's got like the double pot so you could do like pasta. But I'm gonna ask her if she would use it, because you know, they're just a family of 2 now. So we'll pass this along. And back here I have my cast iron pans. I've got a enameled one and then some other ones, and there's a few in the dishes that are dirty right now. But I love my cast iron. I use them all the time. So I'm gonna hold on to all those. I also have a couple skillets right here that I pull from quite frequently as well. Okay, so in this cabinet right next to my stove, I kind of have some odds and ends. I keep my food processor in here, some just like small appliances like my immersion blender, my waffle iron, but I know there's things that I don't pull from in this one, so let's pull all this out. Okay, before I put anything else back in here though, I am gonna give it a good wipe out. I don't use that big pot that's electric very often, but I do use it, so I'm gonna leave that in the back. I have my food processor up front. This is like a handheld chopper. It's got blades and everything. We just don't use it. I'll ask my husband if I can get rid of it, because he's the one I think who purchased this, but I just don't use it very often, or ever, I think. I feel like that looks so much better. I have my food processor, that pot I use sometimes, my waffle iron, and up top I have salad shooter, which I love to grate carrots in that. I have our hand mixer and our immersion blender. So I'm gonna talk to my husband about this, and we never use this attachment for our immersion blender, so we might be able to get rid of that too. And I got rid of this box. We just don't need to keep it in that. This cabinet is on the other side of the oven here. Yes, ignore the handprints, the smudges. I will clean those later. It's just working with little kids, right? So I'm gonna pull all this stuff out. I'm gonna give it a good wipe down. This is so gross. I don't think you can see how nasty it is, but it is nasty. I'm not quite sure on a good organization for this, because it's a narrow cabinet and everything like kind of stacks together, but then stuff gets misplaced and shoved in. So if you guys know of a good solution here to organize this space, please let me know. I'm just gonna try to organize it the best I can, but it just seems to get messy by pulling everything out, putting it back in. You know, this is my cutting boards, my cookie sheets, drying racks, all that kind of random stuff. I'm gonna put my pizza stone back in the oven, so that'll be out of here. So I don't think it looks any better. I do have this big Mama Jamma like muffin tin. I've got my cutting boards right there, cookie sheets, serving trays, drying racks. This we use on our grill when I grill veggies, so it's just stuck up there. I don't know, I feel like this needs help. At least I know it's clean and I went through it all. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. It's really badly stained and scratched muffin or cupcake tin, because I have that really big one that holds 20 and this one just holds 12. So I think this one's gonna go bye-bye. So I think these are the last 2 bottom cabinets. I think so. So let's look in here. Kind of scary. These ones are a little scary. I keep my KitchenAid mixer down here because I don't like our countertops very cluttered with a lot of stuff. So I try to put away as much stuff as I possibly can. Like our coffee maker, our toaster, they get put away constantly. Sorry, Jesse's working on a project if you can hear the drill in the background. But anyway, I'm gonna pull everything out, give this a good wipe down. And this might be crazy, but I have 3 crock pots and I use all 3 crock pots. When I cook up beans, sometimes I like to throw black beans in one, pinto beans in another, and like a whole chicken in one for a dinner that I like to make called like Cafe Rio. It's a restaurant down in Vegas. I think they have them sprinkled throughout, but like I make it homemade. So I use 3 crock pots when I do that. I don't know. How many crock pots do you guys have? Is that too many? I do use them, and I use my Instant Pot. We don't use this percolator. I believe it's actually broken, so this can go. We got this electric juicer from our wedding. We used it a few times. I'm gonna ask my husband about this too, because sometimes he likes to make homemade squeezed orange juice, so he might talk me into keeping this. If you guys ever make homemade applesauce or apple chips, this machine right here is amazing. I love the Pampered Chef one because it has this clip instead of a suction cup, but this makes your life so much easier. So if you do a lot of apples, I highly suggest this. Okay, so I have my stand mixer, KitchenAid right here. I have my 3 crock pots in the back because I do use those quite frequently. My air fryer I use all the time. Up here we have a little like warming container. I like to throw different stuff in there to keep it warm. Jesse did want the juicer, so I'm holding on to that. And then the apple peeler. Everything has a lot of space in here, but even though I have a lot of cabinets in my kitchen, I don't have to crowd them, you know? I don't have to feel like I need to squeeze so much stuff in each cabinet just because we have the space. So I like that I can spread everything out. Everything is nice and wiped down, and we're ready to move on to the upper cabinets. So this one is just our coffee mugs. Let me see if I can get rid of any in this one. So I love this coffee mug because it has like a ceramic lid. You can put it over when your coffee or tea is in here to keep it warm. But sadly, this one has a really bad crack right through it, and it actually goes through both sides. So this one is gonna go bye-bye, and I don't think this fits on any of my other cups, but I will give this a try before I toss this too. Okay, I think we went through it all. I'm gonna have my tea kettle, pour over coffee. I have some mugs that are in the wash and some more down here, and I think it's great. Now we're gonna go up above the microwave and see what's up here. I don't store too much stuff up here because I can't reach it very well. Problems of being short, but what I'm finding is I need to dust more often. Golly day. I'm getting sidetracked. It's so easy to do when you're doing stuff like this. Okay. Totally forgot about these. I'm gonna wash these up and use them. I really like these. That is all that I'm keeping up here. There are 3 different travel mugs. There is one little juice thing. I think I have one more somewhere else, so when I find it, I'll put it up here too. That's all I'm gonna put up here. It'll be nice and empty. It's because we have space, doesn't mean we have to fill it up with stuff, right? Now I'm kind of procrastinating on this cabinet because I don't want to do it. It's our drinking glasses cabinet, and what's happened is we just start to throw random stuff in there. So there's a lot to get out of here that just doesn't even belong in this cabinet. So let's do it together. Let's do it. You guys are motivating me. I'm hoping I'm motivating you. Let's tackle this cabinet. Ah, you ready? Eee. Okay, I just went through them all. I'm gonna keep some baby bottles just in case we need some in the future. But I was able to get rid of some stuff from up there, reorganize. These are the glasses we don't use very often. These ones we pull from about every day. So this cabinet looks so much better. And look at this pile forming on our kitchen counter. These are the glasses that are quite old. They're really pretty, but we never use them. And I have one salt and pepper shaker that kind of goes with it. So we'll give those away. And there was actually 3 coffee mugs. This is kind of funny. It's got a spot to put like your tea bag in it. All right, but we're getting there. All right, so these cabinets are right next to our kitchen sink. So I have a lot of like my measuring stuff in here, my bowls, my strainers. This stuff we pull from quite often. It's the stuff on the top shelf I don't use very often. This serving dish I do use, which I like, but like these things, I never sift my flour. Should I sift my flour? I have a flour sifter, so I don't know. Anyway, we have some salt rocks. These are pretty cool. They're actually little chunks of salt. Enough procrastinating. Let's get to this one. Getting everything out of these cabinets, it's amazing how much stuff fit in this cabinet. Let me show you. Look at all of this. This was all shoved up in one cabinet. I can't believe it all. So now I'm gonna go through and weed out what I'm just not using right now. Okay, so I'm gonna put things that I don't use often up on the top shelf. I've got four serving dishes and my diffuser. I use it sometimes, but not often. We don't use these glass jars. We got them when we bought our Berkey filter. They're really nice, they're brand new. I'm gonna get rid of these 2 glass bottles, and I have some random size baking dishes like this one and this metal one, and I love Pyrex. Maybe if I put this down by my 9x13, I'll use it, because this is really nice. We got this for our wedding. I just forget about it because it's up high. So if I put it down with my other pans, maybe I'll use it. Also, we don't use this and this serving dish either. I also have some of these Scentsy melts, but they're not that brand. They're the Better Homes and Garden brand. I prefer smelling essential oils over these really perfumey things. Maybe it's just me, but some of these are just so strong, they almost give me a headache. So I think I'm gonna either pass these along to family, maybe somebody else will get more enjoyment out of them than I will. Well, it's hard to tell by the camera, but we're actually losing daylight. So I'm gonna finish up these next cabinets with you guys tomorrow. So you'll see that in just a second. All right guys, good morning. It's the next day. I'm ready to tackle this. I'm ready to finish off this kitchen. I have a bunch of clean dishes sitting around there and over here. I love to go to bed with a clean sink. I don't want my kitchen to be super messy when I wake up, because it's not fun to wake up and be like, oh my gosh, I got so many dishes to do. So I'm gonna hurry and put all these dishes away. That way I can see my cabinet, see what things I have a lot of, and hopefully purge some stuff. All the dishes put away. Now I'm gonna start in this cabinet right here. This is our Tupperware cabinet. There's things like these mason jars, they just don't belong here. So I'm gonna go through, pull everything out, lay it all right here on my counter, and we'll just go through it. All right, and here is all the plasticware we're gonna get rid of. And here is the cabinet. It's a little bit bare, but that's okay. We're just keeping the things that we're gonna use, and that's awesome. All right, and here is the before. Let's pull this out, wipe off the shelves, and go through it all. And here is the after. So I'm still keeping my griddle up top. I've got my Instant Pot accessories here, and I flip-flopped. I did the plates on the bottom and the bowls in the middle because I figured the plates are heavier. So here I just kept a few different kinds. Some small plates, these are some really heavy duty plates. Bowls, some medium bowls, and like our salad soup bowls. I'm really pleased with it. Let me show you how much stuff I just got rid of. So I got rid of some random plates. I think there's like 4 of those, some mini ones. They're just a weird shape. They're quite well used. You can see the scratches on there. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this as a mixing bowl because it was my mom's and I really love this color. So I probably am gonna hold on to that, but I need to find a better home for that. And then I had some of these too. Some random plates here and some glass plates that I never use that were just collecting dust. And then this butter dish, my husband doesn't like it because when you grab the piggy, it just like slips out of your hands. So we're gonna get rid of that. And those are the Tupperware containers. So I think we're doing well. That's so far what we've gotten rid of today. All right guys, we are on our last cabinet right here. So I've been procrastinating on this cabinet because it's kind of like the shovel. So let's pull this out, wipe down this cabinet, and go through it. It is bad. Wow guys, look at how dirty this is. We stick our toaster here when we're not using it and it's like cooled off and everything, but the crumbs just fall out. So that is so dirty. It's a bad habit. So whenever I save some of my tomato seeds or different seeds, I have a video on that, I'll link above, but I always keep them on a paper towel, and then I was just shoving them in this cabinet, and so it was like packed full. I need to go through this. I need to see what seeds I need to buy for this next 2021 year. But boy, this is a mess. You guys, I think we did it. I think we are done. Let me show you the last cabinet. All right, so up top I have some of my goat milking supplies. I'm not milking a goat right now, so they can be way up high, out of sight. This mason jar has a chip in it, so I'm gonna wait to use this probably to store some dry goods or something because I can't use it to can in. Some fancy candles, my kitchen skill, my pickling stuff, some of the sharp items I don't want little fingers to touch, so my box grater, our blades to our immersion blender, coffee supplies, toaster, can opener. My recipes are way tucked in the back. So I do need to go through my seeds and get them bagged up. But that's all the cabinets. You guys, I am so excited to have this project done. We have gone through every single cabinet in our kitchen and wiped it all down, went through, decluttered. I'm definitely not a minimalist, but it's feeling good to have less stuff. So I hope I inspired you. Let me know down below. Love talking with you guys, and I hope you're having an awesome day. We'll talk to you again real soon. Bye-bye now. And this is the second collection of stuff. I've already taken one of those big boxes from yesterday down, but this is the rest of it. Oh, it feels so good.